Alright guys, what's going on? We've got War 7 of Season 22 here, and today 4Loki is going to be facing ASR. ASR at the beginning of this war was tied for first place with Kenobi. So we know that this is going to be a really rough matchup. I watched a couple of their war videos from this season, and it looks like they're dying like 2 to 5 times every war. But 4Loki's been doing really well up until this point as well, so we'll see how it goes. So we're going to go ahead and scout their map here. And their placements are really strong. Like what they basically did is make it to where you can't, for the most part, take the same like you need 2 champions for each lane. So, you know, you can't just like go through and like straight Omega a path or straight really do anything like Quake a path. So this is I mean, you probably could, but for the most part, good placement. Rank 3 Korg on node 23. I know I'm going to be taking that fight. I see a Hit Monkey on EMP modification. I think I might be taking it, but I'm not sure when I'm scouting the map. So, I see a rank 3 Killmonger boss. I have a feeling that Legacy will end up taking that fight. Mr. Fantastic on encroaching stun is actually pretty smart. You basically need to use Quake parry style for that fight, but you don't really want to use anyone else. So, and then I see the Nick Fury on path 7 in section 2, and I pretty much feel like I'm going to be taking that fight, but I also see that Void, and that's giving me some pause. Like I really hate fighting Void. Absolutely despise it. And then I see some, like a metal champion on the stunning reflection node, so I have a feeling that'll be Magneto, maybe Nick Fury. Alright, so let's go ahead and select our team here. And we are going to be bringing Omega, obviously, Deadpool, for the Synergy and Void. And I'm going to be starting off on path 3 in section 1. So this is a very easy fight, or at least it should be, but today's Thanksgiving, and I am doing all of the cooking for my Thanksgiving dinner. It's a small thing. We're not having company, but, you know, I'm still doing all the cooking. So I was really busy, and I was really nervous for this war. This war would basically determine whether or not we were going to be able to finish in the top 3. So, you're going to see my nerves will get the best of me a few times in this war. So here we go, trying to bait out a special one. I dashed back way too early, I don't even know what I was thinking there. Got hit. So that was mistake number 1 in the war. I obviously know how to evade his special one, so I'm not really sure what happened there. But I'm just going to go back in here. This is basically a nothing node, it's like aggression armor. I think that he gets extra energy attack for each armor on him. I'm not sure if it counts for the passive armors though. But either way, moving on here, this is going to be a rank 3 6-star Korg on Mixmaster and aggression prowess. So we all know what this fight is. You have to be really careful. Ideally, the AI will be really aggressive for you, so you can keep your spores up. And that's pretty much it. So I'm using a combat regen boost here, because I know that I take a lot of block damage at the start of this fight. But you can see that he's just being so, so passive that I can't keep spores up on him, like, at all. So here we go. We're like almost 30 seconds into the fight, and I lost all my spores. I have 10 spores on him, and that's pretty much the maximum I'm going to have for the rest of this fight. So very annoying. It completely gimps my damage. So here we go. Gonna go in. Just keep doing this thing. I have no spores on him. Pretty frustrating. Just trying to stand close, build some up. And I pretty much know when I go in that he's going to be evading my medium. But I'm going to go ahead, throw my special 3 to kind of try to reset. This is why I like using my special 3. It's like a safety net. If anything goes wrong, you can top up any sort of like chip damage that you've taken. and it also breaks his rock shield, and you get some of your power back, so it's not a bad idea to use it. So here we go. He's holding his special ones right now, which is pretty nice. So, alright, lost all my spores again. Getting them back, but you can see he's just holding block. Like, that's, like, after I do medium, light, medium, all he's doing is just holding his block. It's really, really annoying. So, gonna take a combo here. Completely my fault, obviously. Throw my special 3 to try to get some adrenaline healing, hopefully. But you will see that I'm not gonna get very much because he still has, some rock charges on him, so my special 3 isn't going to do very much damage. He's got a ton of prowess right now, and I'm just kind of all over the place. He should not have evaded that medium attack because I think that the last hit that I had done was my special 3, so the Mixmaster should not have triggered there, but it did. Either way, I'm not super concerned about this fight. I'm pretty comfortable with it. I take it often enough that, you know, I know that I could die to it, but I feel like it's still pretty well under control. So gonna go ahead and use my special 2, finish with that. Very sloppy fight, one of the worst Node 23 Korg fights I've had in a while. Okay, so now we're gonna move on, and we are gonna be on path 7 in section 2, but I was pretty uncomfortable with that void fight, so Pete came in and took it with his ghost, no problem. Okay, so this is going to be a rank 3 Nick Fury, and this is Kinetic Transference, Aspect of Evolution, and Nick Fury is Stubborn. So this is probably the second best node for Nick Fury. I don't want to say where I personally think the first best node is, but this is a good place for him, so... Alright, we're just going to be starting off here, trying to build up spores. Don't want to be too afraid to push him to the special 3, but here I did get nervous about it. I didn't want to waste my invulnerability boost in his first life, so I basically lost all of my spores trying to, like, you know, bait this out. So, alright, we're back up to 10 now, and now we're just going to go ahead and try to build to our special 3. I don't want to push his power too high. It's a little bit early for that still. Back up to 10 spores, throw a heavy attack, lock those in. And here I'm going to miss Dex, and I put an invulnerability boost on, but it doesn't look like the invulnerability boost did anything. Like, it didn't say indestructible, so... At this point, I'm not really sure if I have my invuln on, so I do not want to push him up to a special 3. So now that he's at 30%, I'm going to go ahead and throw my special 3. This will help control his power, top me up a little bit. And it should do some good damage. I have some Mystic special boosts on right now. So you can see it's going to take his power down quite a bit. Block the last hit of the special 2. That is the most important part of this fight. If you don't block the last hit of that special 2, it could get pretty messy, and you can always punish it no matter how far away you are, as long as you only block the last hit. So that fight went really well, aside from the one hiccup where I got hit. And then this is going to be a rank 3 Longshot, and you can see I have some Mr. Fantastic debuffs on. So I'm going to use Void for this. This is Kinetic Transference, powerful from afar. This is good placement, but with the Mr. Fantastic Petrify, it's really going to, like, cut in half any of his power gain that he would be getting. And at a certain point, we're actually going to start reversing it. So 5-hit combo, special 1, you refresh the Mr. Fantastic debuffs by knocking him down. So we're going to alternate between throwing specials and throwing heavies. And Void is Incinerate immune, so there's no risk for me here of pushing him to a special 2. So you can see we have 3 Petrifies on him now. Every time I block, it's taking his power away. I'm just going to block the special 2. Do not want to mess that up. throw a heavy attack here to knock him down again. And you can see that he's just going down so quickly. At this point, I pretty much know that the fight is over. Missing some parries, but it's not a huge deal. Fear of the Void is up, and he's down in 42 hits, just about a minute for a rank 3. That's not bad at all. And I think originally that was supposed to be my final fight here, but I'm actually going to take one more just because I had a good matchup for it. And it's going to be this rank 3 Claire Voyant on Hurt Locker and Power Focus 1 and Enhanced Special 1. Claire Voyant Special 1s, I'm assuming this was just a diversity play, but Claire's Special 1s just help Omega because they apply a bleed to you. And I told myself going into this fight that I should not punish the Special 1 because it is possible to get parried, but it's almost like a reflex. Like here she's going to throw it and I'm going to punish it, which again I probably shouldn't be doing. She's going to throw it again, punish it again. So, but the fight's over. I mean, it's a 30-second fight, super safe. So the war started out a little bit rough for me, ended pretty well. And that was actually our final fight. We did end up losing this war. ASR cleared with 5 deaths, and we cleared with, I think, 12. Again, it was Thanksgiving, no excuses, but, you know, people were with family, people were cooking, people had real-life stuff going on, so even though ideally, you know, we would have been able to focus and do a good job this war, we still did okay, and hopefully we can bring it back in the next war. So, all right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.